Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dadam Chweni. Not Dadam Chweni. Perhaps it's your cell phone.
No, it's not mine. The cell phone that rang is not mine. It came from somewhere.
The cell phone must be put in the chamber. It has distracted me. Good morning, Advocate Chauke. You are certainly not Mr. Mchen.
Thank you, Chair.
I'll slot a gold judge to change it.
Advocate Nkcukaitobi, as you are aware, we have just received the affidavit or this file pertaining to the evidence of Advocate Chauke, contrary to the undertakings you and your team made regarding the filing thereof. Would you please just explain to us how we're going to head out having read and what caused the delay?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't represent Mr. Mtswen. Let me take responsibility first. The document was not delivered at 12. It was delivered at 8 p.m. The reason for that is I think we underestimated the scale of the work. But it was finished at around 12. The problem was a technical one. It was placed on a platform called SharePoint, which messed up the formatting, and the result was that it had to be redone the whole of yesterday's afternoon. They had to redo it, literally typing it up. The consequence was that they were only able to finish it at 8 o'clock. But they have worked day and night to produce the statement. And I have nothing but praise for them. But the work was sizable. So I think the only responsible thing for me to do is to apologize to the panel for the...
Pardon? You say that you are praising them.
Well, I have praise for them for the hard work, but I'm critical of myself. That's the only point I'm making, because I made the undertakings, but my team is not responsible. I am responsible. Yes. So the only responsible is to the panel and to the evidence leaders for the delay. I don't think that it is feasible to start now. I think that the panel will need time to go through the statement. But I am in the hands of the panel about how long that will be required. I'm not even sure our learned friends can even start because they themselves need to read the statement. Luckily, most of the information is already in the files, but it's organized differently, and the defense is revealed in the statement. And so I would ask then for leave to submit the statement, even though it is out of sequence and contrary to the directive. Record my apology and ask for a stand down, perhaps until 1 o'clock to commence, or until 2 o'clock to commence with the Advocate Chauke's evidence. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, thank you, Council. We did mention we are displeased by the delay, and particularly that we are now dealing with a very critical witness who is the subject of this inquiry. In fairness to all of us, including the evidence leaders and NPA, who also have to read and understand the contents of the affidavit and the annexures. You can see it's a very long document. We will need time to peruse, at least until somewhere midday, so that everyone can understand the evidence. And if we need to engage with Advocate Chauke, we must know why we are engaging with him. There may not be a need to engage, but we must be prepared. I was actually taken aback by the fact that this delay happens even after the recess. And I do not accept that it is your blame entirely. I mean, you have a team. This team should have been working throughout the 7 days when we were not sitting. It is not clear to me why this affidavit is only ready, was not supposed to be ready yesterday, only yesterday, instead of last week. So I'm speaking to your team, not only you, Council. You should have done better. Nkabinde, including you and the attorneys and all council, even new council sitting behind Advocate Nkcukaitobi. You've been sitting here throughout with, you should have assisted senior counsel in preparing these documents way back when we started with this, because you understand the terms of reference. And Advocate Chauke has prepared affidavits not only before this forum, but also before the Zondo Commission, and I think also you also prepared some affidavit before Mkhoro Commission, if my recollection is correct. So this should have been an easy task, at least to finalize the statement before yesterday. Be that as it may, before my sisters say their piece, speaking for myself, we will accept your apology, Council. And after hearing from my sisters, we'll hear what the evidence leaders' position is regarding the proposed adjournment. Whether that will suffice for them to go through the file and be ready. Sisters. Thank you, Chair.
The statement ought to have reached us by 12 o'clock noon, not at 12 o'clock noon, right? And unfortunately, I'll have to repeat what my sister has said, that this is a critical witness. I think that is actually common knowledge. The inconvenience is on the evidence leaders. You work as a team, and you are able to say, I'll bite the bullet because I'm at the helm as the leader of the team. But nevertheless, you work as a team. I want to believe this statement is a product of the entire team. Now, the same notion applies in respect of how to deal with the statement that you have now put before us. The same applies in respect of the evidence leaders. I want to believe that it cannot just be about reading the statement quickly, because we are told most of what is in the statement is already on record. They need to satisfy themselves that it is indeed on record. And further, they need to satisfy themselves about how do we approach the statement. So it's not only about reading. Maybe with us as the panel, we may just have to read, but still maybe do some cross-referencing. But for them, I think it's something more. I may be putting the cart before the horse. maybe they don't do things, the one that is chosen to do a certain, or the questioning is the only one that works on the matter. But what we are aware of is that we have since the beginning of this inquiry been saying to the NPA, work together with the evidence leaders. Evidence leaders work together with the NPA. So while you are a solid team under Nkabinde attorneys, but here it's a team, the evidence leaders that are appointed by the president, but there's also the NPA, and they strategize as a team. So, well, we will hear what they say as to whether a few hours will suffice for them to get ready to deal with the matter or not.
Thank you, my sister. Advocate Mutlamanyane, do you have anything to say?
That is available to us. And we will try our best to internalize the document and become ready. But as soon as he finishes, we don't know when he will finish, maybe tomorrow, we'll have a weekend to prepare for cross-examination. That is all, Madam Chair.
Yes, thank you. Advocate Nkcukaitobi, we have 4 days. 4 days. In other words, from today until Tuesday, to finish with your witnesses, all of them. Witnesses, all of them. All of your witnesses must be examined and call the outstanding witnesses, be it virtually or otherwise. But by end of this month, all your witnesses must be finished. That will make our task even easier, so that we enable the evidence leaders to gather all their statements. I suppose you will also be ready. We are not going to adjourn further. In April, you have opportunity during the week's recess to prepare those statements, consult, prepare statements, and those statements must be filed of record. We cannot afford to keep on postponing, because by May, we should be in a position to prepare the report that should be submitted to the President sometime in June. I suppose that that is workable, Advocate Nkcukaitobi.
Yes, Madam Chair, we will make it work. Yes, thank you.
With us, yes. That said, I think we should adjourn to enable us and the evidence leading team and NPA to go through the file that has just been presented to us. You will have tea and lunch. We will start at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
We may have to work until late, given the fact that we are starting late. I'm not sure what that late means. It may be late in the evening to make up for the time lost for your benefit. So let's see how far we go, and if the need arises, you may have to arrange dinner so that you have dinner here. We will adjourn until 2 o'clock this afternoon.